You carry everything, and no one really sees how heavy it is. So you keep going, even when you're exhausted, even when something in you is quietly breaking. The morning light stretched thin through the kitchen window. Jennifer stood at the counter, already running through the day's impossible list. Her coffee had gone cold. She hadn't noticed. She moved quickly, efficiently, holding everything together the way she always had. The calls, the schedules, the things no one else remembered. Her shoulders ached. Her jaw stayed tight. And somewhere beneath all of it, a quiet thought she never let herself finish. What happens if I stop? By the end of this day, Jennifer would discover something about rest she had never truly understood before. Jennifer's phone buzzed against the counter. Then again. Then a third time.
I'm coming. I'm always coming.
She answered her sister's call while packing lunches, while signing permission slips, while searching for her daughter's missing shoe.
Yes, I can pick up Mom's prescription. No, it's fine. I said it's fine.
She ended the call and exhaled slowly. Her shoulders ached. Her jaw was tight. She couldn't remember the last time someone had asked how she was doing without her answering, "Busy, but fine."
Fine. Always fine.
The word had become a shield. She wore it so well that no one thought to look behind it. That afternoon, Jennifer's daughter Lily sat at the kitchen table, watching her mother move from task to task without pause.
Mom, can you sit with me for a minute?
In a little bit, sweetheart. I just need to finish this.
You always say that, but you're never really finished.
Jennifer stopped. The words landed harder than Lily knew.
I know, honey. I'm sorry. There's just so much to do.
Why do you have to do all of it?
Jennifer opened her mouth to answer, but nothing came. She didn't have an answer. She had never asked herself the question.
Dad said he could help with the yard. Aunt Sarah said she could take Grandma to her appointment. But you always say you'll do it.
Because if I don't, it won't get done right.
But how do you know?
Jennifer looked at her daughter. The question hung in the air, like something fragile and true. That evening, Jennifer sat alone at the dining room table with a notebook. If the problem was too much to do, then the solution was simple. She would organize better, plan more efficiently, wake up earlier.
If I start the laundry at 6, I can have breakfast ready by 7, pick up the prescription at lunch, call the insurance company during my break.
She wrote until the page was full. Then she turned to another page and kept writing. By the time she finished, her hand was cramped and her chest felt tighter than before.
There, it's all mapped out. I can do this.
But even as she said it, something inside her whispered that the list was not the problem. And no amount of planning would fix what was really broken. The next morning, Jennifer found her neighbor Mary sitting on the porch next door, watching the birds gather at a small feeder.
You're up early again.
I couldn't sleep. Too much on my mind.
Sit with me for a moment.
Jennifer hesitated. The list waited. The day was already slipping away.
Just for a moment.
Jennifer sat. The chair creaked beneath her. A sparrow landed on the feeder, then another.
I used to move the way you move. Like the whole world would fall apart if I stopped.
It feels that way sometimes.
I know, but can I ask you something?
Of course.
When was the last time you let someone help you?
People offer. But it's easier to just do it myself.
Easier for who?
Jennifer didn't answer. She watched the birds. They seemed unbothered by the weight of the morning.
You see those sparrows? They come every morning. They don't plant seeds. They don't store grain. And yet, every single day they're fed. As Matthew 6:26 reminds us, "Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them."
That's a nice thought. But I'm not a bird.
No, you're worth far more. So why do you trust less?
The question was soft, but it landed somewhere deep.
I don't know how to trust like that. I've always been the one people lean on.
And who do you lean on?
No one. I can't.
Can't or won't?
If I let go, even a little, everything falls apart.
Are you sure? Or is that just the story you've been telling yourself so long you forgot to question it?
It's not a story. It's my life. I've seen what happens when I step back. Things get missed, people get hurt.
And when you carry it all alone, what happens to you?
Jennifer's voice broke before she could catch it.
I'm so tired, Mary. I'm tired all the time.
I know, sweetheart. But that tiredness isn't just from responsibility. It's from believing everything depends on you alone.
What else am I supposed to believe?
That you were never meant to carry it all. That help has been waiting for you, but you've been too afraid to reach for it.
What if I reach and nothing's there?
What if you reach and find you've been supported all along and you just couldn't see it?
Jennifer looked at the birds again. They were still there, still fed, still unburdened.
There's a verse I come back to when I feel the way you feel. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest."
I've heard that verse 100 times.
Hearing and believing are different things. Rest isn't given to those who finished their work. It's offered to those willing to stop carrying alone.
Jennifer closed her eyes. The morning air was cool. Somewhere nearby, a bird sang.
I don't know how to stop.
You don't have to know how. You just have to be willing. The rest comes after the reaching.
Later that afternoon, Jennifer's phone buzzed again. Her sister's name appeared on the screen.
Hey, I know you said you'd pick up Mom's prescription, but I can grab it on my way home if you want.
Jennifer felt the familiar pull. The instinct to say, "No, I've got it." The habit of holding tight.
Actually, yes. That would really help.
Wait, really?
Really. Thank you.
Of course, I've been offering for months.
I know. I'm sorry it took me so long to hear you.
She hung up and stood still for a moment. The world didn't collapse. Nothing fell apart. Lily appeared in the doorway.
Mom, do you want to sit with me now?
Jennifer smiled. It was small, but it was real.
Yes, I do.
She sat beside her daughter on the couch. The list still waited. The tasks still called. But for the first time in longer than she could remember, Jennifer let them wait. She had believed that strength meant carrying everything alone. But she was beginning to see that real strength was knowing when to set the weight down and trusting that the ground beneath her had been solid all along. The exhaustion she had carried was not just from responsibility. It came from believing no one else could share the load. Relief did not begin with finishing the work. It began the moment she realized she was already supported, even before she knew how to trust it.
And this is the pearl. You were never meant to carry everything alone, only to walk through it supported.